All right. We got quite the shift in aesthetic here, by the way. It's pretty sweet. Make a Twitter post too. Oh, really? It's good to me. All right. Hollow Knight. That was a 51-minute test save where I was mostly just messing around with cool aesthetic things. Actually, there is a setting I need to change real quick before I start. Before I start in earnest. I cannot change it while live. Okay, I can be heard. Yes, I can. Excellent. As always, let me know if there are any audio issues. There should be none, basically. Should be fantastic right now. In the wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch you taught, we changed, base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. I basically know nothing about this game. I know it's got a sweet boss rush, because that comes up a lot in difficulty discussions. But that's about it. I also fought the first two bosses like 3 years ago. So... Uh-oh. Also, that I'm assuming is basically Torian. Don't mind me if I get a bit taken in with the fairly intense ambience going on in this game. I also love chopping all the grass. Whoa. So this game, I think is great. Just from what little I played of it. I love the ambience, I love the aesthetic. As much as the aesthetic I feel is going to get me killed, because in some very particular situations, it's a little bit hard to tell what is faux. I honestly don't know that I even consider that a downside. Oh right, this thing. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats of which only others can dream. Others can only dream. And yeah, I know about the healing mechanic. That's the, also they immediately give you the enemy that has hit me every single time that I fought it. The healing mechanic is kind of the first thing that makes me Mentally, I kind of compare, like, internally, I compare this game to Dark Souls. Because it has the... Oh, jeez. It has the stand still and heal yourself kind of deal. Except, in this game, if you get hit while that happens, I think you end up wasting some of the energy that you used. I'm not very powerful yet, by the way. I'm gonna just short hop slash at those things. That temp health, I always really like temp health as a mechanic. Because it kind of, whoa. Interesting. With temp health, it always kind of feels like I'm cheating. It reminds me of like getting stat boosters in any other game. I think I might actually be able to do something about this, yeah. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all bask in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. I am the chosen undead, I suppose. Fury of the Fallen. I don't know that I've ever done this. Can I like look at what it does? Bodies of fury and heroism that comes through those who are about to die. When close to death, your strength will increase. Okay. I think I have to be resting at a bench fire or two. Wait a minute. Maybe with some kind of double jump I would have been able to get up that way. What was I even talking about? Temp health always kind of feels like cheating, and I love temp health. Do remember anything else I was talking about? Just a little bit taken in by this ambience. Felt like I had to really capture what was happening with my stream layout. What with just cool stuff like this. Or this. Yeah. Not that we actually will be right back, but you know. Oops. Playing through the OBS window on accident. Whenever I first played this, I did not realize that you could pogo across spikes. And I don't even really remember how I found that out. I almost feel like I have to apologize for knowing that information. Alright. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Higher being again. Beyond this point, you enter the land of King and Creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hallownest. Obviously, we are some brand of important in this game. Which I suppose the nature of that will become evident as we go. As I go. Yeah, you don't even talk, dude. I can equip that. Oh, okay. The notches, I think, are represented differently from when I last played this. Sure, why not? By the way, this was where I tested my my stream overlay stuff, and tell me this is not amazing, right? I love it. Such a good look. Wait, do you have anything to say to me? Hello? Oh, you came back. You walked straight past me. I thought maybe I'd faded away along with this town. The other residents, they've all disappeared. Headed down into that well, one by one, into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long felt of ruin, yet it still draws folks into its depths. Wealth, glory, enlightenment. That Darkness seems to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there. Well, watch out. It's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. You know what? I kinda get it. All your mapping supplies will be opening soon. Yeah, I know that shop. That's the only building I know the true purpose of. Actually been doing well at spacing my attacks out. Always found that kind of hard in this game. Yeah, this is all stuff I've played before. And to prove that, to embrace destiny, I'm just gonna do this. This. There we go. Hello there. Come to explore these beautiful old ruins. Don't mind me. I've a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding our way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Yes. Yes, I would love to. A map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you've not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife Iselda. She's just now opening our new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her when I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Look how humble this map is. I love it. Don't remember quite what I need for a quill. That's what I'm gonna go for. He's actually one of my favorite things to do is also making maps. So I'm gonna remember to heal. Right, the money's Geo, isn't it? Did it actually say in this screen? Oh wait, maybe? Yeah, Geo. Made from fossilized shells of various forms. I actually was initially under the impression that Geo was just rocks. Truthfully. Right, so I wandered around here, I explored a bunch, and then I went this way. Fought a boss over there. That's what I remember from last I played this. 3 years prior. Also, it fascinates me that the enemies are, like, smoking when they die. That is something I've also noticed. You can kind of just barely see it. Look at that thing. Feels like I'm kind of incinerating these fools. Feedback on the hits is amazing. Do the tiniest bit of exploring because I don't know that I quite have enough to get the thing. The quill. If I hadn't reminded myself, I'd be calling it a pencil right about now.
Bapanada.
Bafanada. Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with, but what a surprise. He's headed down below. He'll pop back occasionally to deliver more new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now, let's see what's here for me to sell. 5 more bucks. 5 more shells. Fossilized shells. Right? Yeah. It's definitely a really exotic currency. Maybe that's what they were going for. Just trying to make something very, very weird. Something not weird, but like foreign. Something obviously foreign. Maybe going for like... I'll go in there in a bit. I'm just looking for money right now. Maybe looking to kind of evoke a little bit of the sense of how Dark Souls is this super lonely world. And to kind of tell us, to tell a narrative of loneliness, you get just currency that's like, well, how on earth could that be valuable? Something on my mind. I'll go in here. Why not? So I think I remember this is like a shrine. Temple of the Black Egg. It's the Gate Tutorian. Hello there. How delightful to meet another traveler on these forgotten roads. You're a short one, but you've a strong look about you. I'm Quarrel, something of an obsession with uncharted places. This ancient kingdom holds many fascinating mysteries, and one of the most intriguing of them is standing right before us. A great stone egg lying in the corpse of an ancient kingdom. And this egg, is it warm? It certainly gives off a unique air. Can it be opened? There are strange marks all over it. Oh, I do so love a mystery, and who knows what other marvels lie even deeper before us. That's what I'm here to find out. Cover all of the mysteries. It can make the Hollow Knight look just really sad. Just looking down at the ground. Not a lot of confidence. It can make him be like, man, I wonder... This place is really big. Man, I wonder... How did they build this? Just like looking up at the ceiling like, man, I'm just taken in by this grandeur. It's a fairly grand place. God, it is actually very grand. Look at that in the background. It extends just way back there. What I'm not sure about are these like the bodies of bugs here in the background, like pill bugs and stuff, or if that's maybe a shell. Maybe they're all shells. Maybe they're like the bodies of snails, or they're just shells that they use as building materials or something. Wondering about the story of this place. I suppose we'll get there. Actually, I guess there are kind of beetle shells all over the place, aren't there? Like, there's this. Yeah, they definitely use them for construction. There's nobody down there. Alright. Time for a pen. Finally. Scrounged up my pennies.
Bapanada.
Bafanada. Alright. Oh, right, yeah. Let me take some notes on where I've been, right? Over here. Yeah. So I really like the map in this game, because it feels like there's a degree of continuity. It's hard to quite describe what I mean by that, but like, the fact that the regions connect like this somehow just feels really organic. It feels like the entire world is actually directly connected. Whereas like in a Metroid game, it feels a lot more abstract. Did you visit that temple? Strange building, I've heard, though I'd never dare the journey myself. The braver among us once went there to pray, said they felt at peace within the walls. After a while, they stopped going. I wonder what changed. I wonder a lot of things, Elderbug. I think there's basically nothing to the right there. Alright, let's just head to the left. Let's see what we can come up with. Ah. So I've been doing, just kind of unrelatedly to this while I do a little bit of map building, been doing some dynamic music experiments because I'm actually a huge fan of dynamic music. I remember once upon a time I made a Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance video that like sped up all the blade mode sequences. I know about this guy, by the way. It's very sad. That's about it. That's about it as far as this series is concerned. Yeah, I did a like a Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance video where I sped up all the blade mode sections so that we could see how fast Raiden is swinging his sword. Because I do feel like that is genuinely a fascinating subject. And I had to stitch together the music myself. But I also just like dynamic music in general, right? I just really, really love dynamic music. And so one of the things I often think about doing is making like edited videos of boss fights where I maybe put different music over it or just use music that kind of fits the encounter, and put it together in such a way that as if the fight had dynamic music, basically. Like on the face change, it jumps to the chorus, you know what I mean? That kind of deal. Hey. Whoa. Oh my lord. Getting just completely overwhelmed in this little shaft here. Yeah, stitching together music like that, I've always been kind of interested in doing. I just think it's really cool. Alright, so I want to head over here because it just seems like a good place to go. There might actually be a bench somewhere over here. Right, there's that guy. That guy's genuinely hard to get at. Advanced strategy dictates that I can grab this guy, though. Over here. All the way to the opposite side of the room. Hup! Hup! Ha! Dang it. Almost got you, buddy. I honestly don't know why I'm saving these guys, why I would save these guys, but I know that they're a collectible. Ah. Almost got him. It's only one thing to do. So try again. Hollow Knight has no choice really but to be a chill game, huh? It just doesn't quite feel natural to talk a lot over it, like super energetically. I've been a bit taken in by its ambience. Where did he go? There he is. Hello. Do you think I made it up there? That's what I need you for, buddy. Oh, jeez. But Bafanada. That's what they all say. I don't know how I made that jump before. That is definitely a jump you can make. I'm not gonna keep trying now. Come back when I've got more skills. Sorry. Actually, I know you get like a projectile attack. Maybe you just use that on that guy. Maybe that's the natural way to go about things. I've definitely made that jump before, but... Right, these things. Which, by the way... Not sure if you could swing up that, and I'm not sure that that's colloquially considered to be a good idea, but you know what? Let's see, where am I right now? I'm like... Can I even use my mouse? I don't think I can, really. I'm in like that domed room, below the rightmost mapped portion. Stalactites. If I remember right. To the right of this room, I think there's like a dude. How have I internalized? That's 5 hits already. Maybe it's the previous run's knowledge or something. This is the weird mid-boss dude? No, this is quite different. Right, this thing gives you soul, doesn't it? If I strike it, yeah, I get soul. There we go. I don't remember even being able to go up this elevator. I'm just gonna get sidetracked. Why not? Some kind of unstable, but not enough unstable, I suppose. Hello? Oh, bury my mother, pale and slight. Bury my brother with his eyes shut tight. Bury my sisters 2 by 2. Then when you're done, let's bury me too. Do you know that one? It's one of my favorites. We can sing something else if you like. You start singing and I'll join in. I bet you have a beautiful singing voice. So, what are you down here for? If you came to get wealthy, just look around you. These mines are still bursting with riches. There's plenty for everyone. Just grab a pick and join in. You actually try to come up with voices for these people. Oh. Oh, bury the knight with a broken nail. Bury the priest. Something about a crown. I can't remember the rest of that one. Maybe I'll just hum it. If you try to voice these characters, for me, that kind of really sells how sort of dead and messed up the world is. So I'm having to come up with voices for these characters. Or not, I'm not having to, nobody's putting a gun to my head, but you know. There we go. Not bad. Pretty textbook. I've fought that guy before, like a couple times, so I'm sure not all the combat's gonna go quite that way. And this is the last area I mapped. up here. I don't really need to come back up here, do I? Definitely money. I think I might be able to find a bench down below. I just don't know where it would be. Oh, I think I know where the bench is. I think it's on the bottom left. Yeah. I'm actually going to try to find the bench in this area because I know where it is. And I think that that'll just be a bit more interesting for me to go straight for the bench. See what I can find. Squish. Got him. Okay. Also, by the way, let me know if the audio is just not okay. I think it's fine. But I try to be a bit conservative with the game audio. So I'm just kind of monitoring my levels a little bit. New game, new potential audio mistakes. What was this area? Right, I explored this already and I just... Yeah, got it. Oh my god, leave me alone. So I think there's a bench like over here somewhere. Oh, there's a bunch of geo up here. Oh, right, there's like an arena in there, I think. I also remember what happens when you die in this game. Go away. Creature. Because I died to the second boss that I beat. Also, that thing I have an emotional reaction to every time. What is this? No idea. I'm gonna head to the top right. See what happens. See what comes of that. Not wish to fight you. Here? This leads to a bench. Leads to a hot spring. There's the bench. That's what I remembered. Alright, that is satisfying. Revealing a whole batch of stuff all at once. Actually check the whole map. I can't really look any further than that to the right. I think I definitely saw an area to the right, but I don't have a piece of paper to write it down on. Okay, so there's a down, there's a left, there's a number of lefts up to the top left. There's this whole passageway along the bottom. There's a passage to the left, and then there's another passage to like a room with like a demon bug of some sort. Right. Continuing the expedition into the slightest depths of Dirtmouth, the Forgotten Crossroads, which I guess implies that this is connected to a bunch of different places. Yeah. Also, I feel like I mentioned this last stream, but in case anybody from God Eater 2 is here, I am taking a break from God Eater 2 because I finished the vanilla God Eater 2 content. And that's not to say I'm like done with God Eater or anything, hence taking a break. but rather that I felt like it was getting a little bit repetitive, and I wanted to put a little bit more variety into this channel. A little bit more variety gaming. But you're not going to miss out on any of my God Eater 2 reactions, really. Barring the outside possibility that I just decide to play the whole game by myself for some reason. But that's not going to happen. God Eater 2 will make its return someday. Oh. Ow. Okay, Lachia is a little bit unsalvageable. Just get me out of here. Wait, what did the sign say before I... Is that like a ladder or like an ectoplasm? I'm not sure. Can I respawn the sign? There appear to be sharks and ladders up there, so I think I might stick around down here if I can. Somewhat arbitrary decision making. Cool. Looking good for now. Right, these things again. That's yet more mystical energy, whatever that is. Soul in that rock. Rather a petrificated sort of thing. Right, you generate minions and also apparently crash and burn when you are finished living. So there's something about the design of that enemy right there, right? Where he's in the same room as that infinite soul generator, or at least seemingly infinite soul generator. I'm just gonna bap this rock a little bit. Wait, is it not infinite? Perhaps respawning. But they give you a bunch of free soul in the same room as him because... And I think it's sort of evident they want to make it feel like a safe environment where you can fight that enemy. Don't know about that. And it turns into those things. Okay. That's why it took a hit. I thought it just had a body slam or something that it did. Oh, right. This thing is like a little train car. Yeah. I remember this. With an open slot. Right. Understood. If I get something that appears to fit in a slot, I'll keep that in mind. Actually, for all intents and purposes, appears to be some kind of a key that I need there. Or maybe a token, like it's a subway car, so maybe I need like a subway token. I see those guys, and they have like the orange bottoms. It makes me think that they're going to be like the projectile shooting guys with orange bottoms. Or that they're going to be like bombers. There you go. Ow. Okay. Well, that isn't me dead, I suppose. It's a bit of a relief. I have no idea where I am, by the way, I realize. It's like the boss room. Like that bossy corridor. I'm not gonna fight you. No idea where I am. I can't go up so. This makes me think. But I'm going left. Okay, hold on. I need to go down and then go this way. Maybe there's like a bench. Something merciful. Nope, just a friend. There's a friend, but that is all we got. Theoretically, if I'm in this room, I could go up and then to the right. But no. Is the map wrong? Huh. These guys do not have a lot of health. Yeah, this definitely seems like the room I'm thinking of. I think there's a boss somewhere nearby. Oh no! Oh, this is a path up right here. There we go. Now let's me get out. This way? Wherever I'm at now. Oh, I had to go around the left loop, but now I'm in the dome room. So I'm here. There. Oh, I cannot wait to get back to a bench so that I can make sense of where the hell I am right now. How am I back in the dome room? That does not make any sense. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. Oh, jeez. Should be healing first because they give soul whenever you hit them. Slightly menacing that they give soul when you hit them. Perhaps it's just kind of a morale thing, though. Oh. There we go. That guy out. You get like the willpower to do crazy things like heal yourself. Maybe health is just an abstraction in this game. Rather than being like a very literal measure of your vitality. And the last hit point is the load-bearing hit point, but rather it is when your will to fight has ended, has disappeared. And soul is just that you have to psych yourself up. I'm getting it. I'm doing it this time. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's happening. Die. 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 Come here. Oh, yeah, you die too. Or if I can hold jump to bounce higher or something. Ugh! God. Just bounce right off that wall, though. I think I'm gonna head back down. I'm gonna go left and then back down. That's the plan, in case you were not privy to it, which why would you be? Don't believe I said it. Right, I was gonna head back, I guess I was gonna head back to town and buy like some stuffs. Some trinkets. Pins. Because I happen to know the map shop sells you pins that let you track points of interest. I don't know that I want them though. I really like the I like having to memorize things. So the map, I think. Oh, I kept going right. Okay, that's why it didn't make any sense. I kept going right whenever I got to that bottom room. Like that bottom oddly shaped room. And then I went right through the corridor, saw a bug, and I noped out of there. and went up instead, and that's why I had to do that whole left area. And then I went up to get to the dome. Which also explains why there wasn't a bench where I thought there might be a bench. Because that room directly above where I'm at right now looks like a boss room. And it seems like there should be a bench nearby. Okay. Actually think real quick. So from the start I can just go right down and then I'm basically there, right? So I'm gonna head back. Head back, climb all the way up and spend all my money. Because I know this game has like the souls penalty when you die, you drop all your money. You have to like do something to get it back, but I don't quite remember the details. You have to like fight something. Fight the angered soul of the thing that, you know, killed you or whatever. Oh, go away. Shopping. Shopping.
Bapanada.
Bapanada. Shopkeepers. This guy sees pins to keep track of the kingdom's hot springs. I haven't visited any myself. Oh yeah, and markers that you can place. Remind yourself of hard-won battles. Okay, I will take the compass. And the bench pen. Cocoon pen? Eh. Bender pen I think might be more interesting. Hot spring pen could also be quite interesting, but... So now... got some information. There's a bunch down there. There's actually a guy to the left? Right! The sad bug. Sad bug is to the left. Right, Elder, how are you feeling? The young couple's just recently taken up residence in the house beside the station. Seems they're running a map shop, which may excite adventurous types like yourself. She's a tall bug, the wife. I told them to take a larger house, especially given they're all empty, but they like the look of that one. The way she has to bend just to get through the door. I wouldn't put up with it myself. Notice you walk slower in town, by the way. And whenever you... Yeah, there's break into a run. Alright, down we go. By that I mean to the right. And then, down we go. I feel like I already kind of understand my limited moveset in physics. It's got a really distinctive feel to it. Combat's got a very distinct feel. Love that you can also just barely see the knight's arms. I don't think you can see them at all, really. Looks like you can't actually buffer attacks. Yeah, like the buffering window is quite tight. If there's any buffering at all. There is a buffering window, but it's like a matter of frames. I'm just trying to think, like, could you push the attack button, you know, right before you're able to attack in order to sort of queue up an attack? That's kind of what I mean by buffering. Oh, how do I heal? That's how. Okay, there was a passage to the right that I'm gonna check out. I think it's up here. Also, I didn't equip the compass. Oops. Okay, don't know about this. Oh. In there. Oh. He goes. So this way leads to the big angry head. This way leads to not the big angry head. Yeah, there's a bench. Yep. Alright. That passage continues. Oh, okay. I mean, the dark corridor I managed to map despite not being able to see anything in it. So that's always nice. Alright, let's go. Let's check this out. Toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Oh! Oh, they were talking about a train station. There's a station in Dirtmouth. The Elderbug. Sure, I'll insert Geo. Again, I'm pretty sure you lose money when you die, so I may as well. Oh, and yeah, I can hit that. Oh lord. Hello, buddy. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stagways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much, but the sound of the bell will always call me back. These stagways stretch the depths of Hallownest. If you want to travel them, hail me from the platform. I will take you where you need to go. Goro Hodu. The subway map's a cute touch. Not quite right now. I'm good. I knew about that. Well, I had encountered that before, but I actually forgot until the moment I saw it. Also, did not know that that man had lore. Wait, what is this sign referring to then? It says there's like a wet ladder up there. Oh no, maybe that's referring to the transport guy. There's like rails and maybe a symbol that looks like his head. Got it. I'm kind of starting to feel bad for destroying all of these husks as I travel. This guy. I feel like, judging by my God Eater play, you wouldn't expect me to, you know, be considerate of enemy attacks or anything. But you know. I respect things that are that large, basically. Creatures that are quite that large and menacing kind of demand respect. Boss arena, probably. Boss arena, definitely. So what's down below? A locked door. Boss arena phase 2, probably. Pull a bit of a Gurgoth here. There he is. Don't know what this guy is after. Shockwave. What a dork. That's him actually attacking. That's another attack. That's an attack. That's the shockwave. That's an attack. There we go. Found him. An attack. I just have to call it out myself because it's... The attack cues look very similar to him just moving. Oh, yep. That. Shockwave. Okay. Guy's weak. And only by hitting his exposed flesh do you actually get any sort of... Oh, he's gonna destroy the arena, isn't he? Oh, wow! You can knock those into him. Okay, that I did not know. Is he dead? Okay. Well, that was a fairly horrifying experience all around. City Crest. Alright. Delightful burst of treasure. There's another thing up there. Is the other cage open? Or actually, I might not even be able to get to it. Here are bugs, too, which is a bit odd. Ah, no. Can't get to it. Actually, I can bounce off his body. That's a bit grotesque. Well, he was called False Knight, so yeah, I guess that kind of checks out. What's going on there with his body? But up here. Right, I remember this. Signs of the occult going up here. No worries. Okay. What do we got? Yay. Ancestral mound. Huh. And it's looking like this whole area's been mapped. Delightful. Oh, what was that creeping out of the darkness? My, you're looking grim. A strange, empty face and a wicked-looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hallownest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help? Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh god. More like consumed by the vengeful spirit. Tap B to unleash the spirit. Spells will deplete soul. Yes. Oh, and I've been locked in a cage so I can learn it. Right. Oh, you've awoken at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seem to have slipped away myself. Now we're awake. I was wondering whether you would do me a small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, of course, simply because we're now friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect! I would be grateful if you were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. Oh, Alright. Freakazoid. That is a piercing projectile. Always a delight. Given it uses heal juice, I always appreciate a good powerful feeling projectile. That actually just destroys things, doesn't it? Oh, hey. Hey, heal. Just enough. Those bugs are like by far and away the easiest things to get hit by, and also don't even give enough soul for you to heal yourself once. Bye, Mr. Pillbug. Bye, Mr. Pillbugs. That was a delight. That was wonderful. Wish I had a map for this place. Oh, great. The artillery this man is putting down is really aggravating. Hold on, I'm just gonna try to make a bit of a recovery here. Okay. Spit out a bug for me. There we go. Bug? Nope. Bug? Got a friend for me? Anything? There we go. I just want more health. That's all I want. That's all I want right now. Alright. That's good. Two ain't enough? Give me another bug. Perfect. I'm just gonna heal up off this boy. Dreadful, dreadful creature. That is enough. Die. Soul Catcher. Right, you have to do this to get some sweet, sweet badges. Charms. They're basically badges. We've all played a Paper Mario, right? Alright, let's see here. So there's this whole chain of pillbugs we went through. I want to discover real quick what would have happened if I'd gone left. Don't we all want to know? Fill up more. Oh, that's just okay. That's just enough for a full refill, perhaps. These pillbug placements are slightly... I'm just wondering what would happen if I wasn't on top of them. Probably something like that. Wait, was there an up I could have gone after the, like, little boss of this section? Here? Oh, I guess not. Not really. Okay. Oh, so it's done then. You've slain the beast. The poor thing, it must have been terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude. Of course, we both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. Oh. And look, the gate between us is opened. Oh. I'm sure you're eager to move on. Farewell, and have faith. Whatever you are seeking, it will find you. Oh, you lose your temp health when you rest. Also, I can unequip this thing because I don't think it's all that useful. Soul Catcher and Compass. Used by shamans to draw more soul from the world around them. Cool. No new territory mapped because the ancestral mound itself doesn't really have any anything going on. There's no room to model what it looks like or anything. What's this? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the map guy. Sorry I missed you. If you're feeling lost, why not pop to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area? Okay. So you can miss him because he's kind of got his own schedule that he rocks, but quite the selection of larvae in this area. Quite the selection of horrifying creatures. Oh jeez. Oh my god. Hi guys. I can't buffer jumps the way I want to. Oh jeez. I want to explain that. I tried to slash the lamp as I was jumping and did not go in the direction I was expecting. Hey Rocket Fox. Bug game is going okay. I just beat the first boss. Pretty handily, and then nearly completely got wiped out by the mini boss immediately afterwards. The one that lets you shoot bullets. Or the one that you have to fight to be able to keep the ability to shoot bullets. Computer was dumb, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you're here now, don't worry about it. I wanted to show this, by the way. I did some cool aesthetic things for just this game, which I feel pretty happy with. There's no, just because I'm paranoid, there is no, like, mouse cursor or anything on the screen, right? I've got a game capture running, it should be fine, but I'm always a little worried about stuff like that. Die. No cursor. Good. Wasn't too worried about it, but... Oh hey, I also happen to know about this feature. Never mind. I don't know about this feature. Well, can I, like, do this? Yeah, okay, that feature. Oh, I only have 2 badge slots. Is that how that works? So if I wanted to, like, hypothetically equip... If I wanted to, like, overgear... Yeah, like, I know that you can overcharm. I'm not going to do it right now, because I like the animation. I'm going to save it for later, whenever I actually want to use the feature, but... I also didn't know that you could only equip a certain maximum amount of total badges. Now, hold on. I'm going to explain my reasoning, right? You need at least one notch to overcharm. Okay, that kind of makes sense. My reasoning was like, do you see how there isn't a pip to the right of my compass here? But there is now. If I like unequip the compass. So that's why I thought you had a limited amount of slots and notches separated. Because there's no pips. I guess the pip just represents you can equip something. You have an amount of notches. Yeah, that I found completely on accident whenever I was playing this like 3 years ago for the very first time. Because I was just absent-mindedly mashing A on something, and then I noticed the animation changed. Basically, there's nothing for me here. Actually, kind of wondering, because I'm pretty sure I found like 2 different routes, and one led to the boss that I fought whenever I originally played this. And I know that the way I went before was like to the top left here, to like the glade. I want to say I remember a place called something glade. Either way, I went in that general direction. But I swear I remember there being another direction that I was just too scared to explore. So I'm going to see what I can find. I didn't explore everything over here, right? I really don't like having this compass equipped. I need to get this unequipped so that I can try to figure out where I am without any distracting icons helping me find where I am. This bug right here is the worst, by the way. He just exists to teach you to look down if you come at this room from above. Because, yeah, you'll just land right on him if you don't know he's there. Alright, so there's a bench up here. And I can go down. Actually, I can spend my money. Basically treating this like it's Dark Souls. Keeping my money spent. Because I do happen to know that you lose money if you die. Strictly speaking. Oh, that opens the door. I see. I would not have even been able to use the station. The stag station is opened. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines. I've heard the tales of the glorious lines. A web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. Something sad's going to happen to that guy, isn't it?
Bapanada.
Hot spring. Cocoon. Stagway. And one marker. It's just better to spend your money, right? Because you lose money if you die. Save here, just in case something crazy happens. I also remember last time I played this game, it was kind of prone to crashing. It may have just been my computer, but it seemed to perform fine. It just kind of crashed in the glade area. Oh, It's an apartment complex up ahead, I suppose, is what that sign is conveying to me. That is weird then. Yeah, I don't know why it crashed for me. Also, I suppose there's nothing in my future in this direction. Alright. I think I also went all the way to the right here and then got scared. Also, somebody made a mod for this game that makes the entire floor lava and you can just bounce on the floor. I see. Okay, well. I felt the need to heal before, but I suppose that was fine. Maybe not. Not quite. Not quite fine. Okay. That was something. Right. I found a village, but all the bugs are insane. That checks out, given everything else I've seen here. Hello? Oro, you oaf. You wield your nail like a club. Good morning, Donka. How's it going? Esme, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? Who are you? Soul Village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. I know that dreaming is relevant in the plot, but I don't really know how. I feel like this is some kind of foreshadowing, but I'm not really privy to that. I'm Sly. Usually I live an uneventful life up in Dirtmouth. Hearing these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I best be getting back. I'm probably the friendliest face left there. Yep. First playthrough. The only content I've seen is basically the first two bosses. I've seen the boss of this area, and then there's like a greener area to the left where I fought like Hornet. I think Hornet, but I'm not sure. I fought her, and I know that if you die, you lose your money. And you have to fight like something to get your money back. I don't know much about this game basically, so this should be some kind of interesting. Yeah, I did just start. I started about an hour ago. I actually, truthfully, have no idea how to get out of this little village I'm in. I see. There we go. But how do I get all the way across over there? Because there's like a little house on the right. Okay, well I think I've basically explored everything I can. I swear I remember going some kind of down and there were like scary monsters. That isn't descriptive. I definitely remember going down and not especially liking what I saw. But that might have been from the forested area, the greener area. In like my previous playthrough, I mean. I remember going some kind of down and I got scared and went back up. I suppose I'll know it when I see it, but Alright, so it's through here. Yeah, I have like the projectile thing, so I can go through like the big defensive, I don't even know what you'd call it, like a pill bug type thing that's like that gets all coiled up. Spits artillery at you. But I think that's like blocking the path to the green area. I'm speaking in such vague terms because that's like literally all I know, and it feels great to be able to talk and not know anything about what I'm playing. Alright. See you later, little buggo. I'm gonna go save. For an indication of how far I am, like I literally just have like the compass and the soul catcher, and that's like it. So got the map and quill, I got the city crest, which, oh, that would fit into a slot, I see. I feel like there's no reason you can't do both, right? Buy the game and or watch me play it. I'm gonna go for the slot. There was a slot over to the right side. Honestly, probably the coolest thing about Hollow Knight specifically. Oh yeah, right, I didn't mark that area down there. There's like an elevator and I guess a passage to the left. Okay. Probably the coolest thing about this game is just the level of immersion there is to it. Where, like, whenever you explore an area, your character will memorize the area, but it's not, like, notated anywhere. You have this map, it won't be notated on your map until you sit down and actually draw the stuff that you remember on your map. So I think that that's really, really cool. It's just all kinds of cool little things, cool little touches that make it feel a bit more slower paced, easygoing, kind of ambient sort of gameplay. Actually, yeah, this is the way I need to go. I actually found a mod for this game on accident that removes the whole having to sit down and mark your map down. But I really like that feature. I like that a lot. It's just a really cool thing that the game does. Oh yeah, I guess I'll show this, by the way. I beat the boss that was kind of in the middle here. Like where it says Ancestral Mound and there's like a big horned bug. Like right below Mound. I fought a boss there. And for doing that, I got something. And then in the Ancestral Mound, I got access to that. And now I can shoot a fireball. Basically. Just gonna go over here. So I needed a thing to go into a slot. No? Okay. Well, this door has an open slot. Alright, but I guess that's not quite right. I've heard that it gets hard, but I don't really know a lot about it. It has a bit of a weird feel to it, where like, whenever I hit this guy, I actually kind of recoil backwards a bit. Like, attacks feel super hefty. And that takes like a tiny bit of getting used to, but so far it's been simple. I know it gets hard later. But aside from that one like odd little thing where you hit the bug and recoil back a tiny bit, aside from that, it's just kind of... There's kind of an infamous aspect of Hollow Knight, which is the, specifically the, there's like a boss rush that I think is a little bit infamous. Death's Gambit and Deadbolt. I'm not familiar with those. Are those other games? Death's Gambit. Don't recognize that name. I was gonna just like check it out live real quick, but I'll check it out after. Death's Gambit and Deadbolt. So you're talking about like exploration-y games? It's another game where you just kind of explore around, or... What is Deadbolt? I swear I recognize Deadbolt. I recognize that name. Is it like a weird robot-y Souls game? Death's Gambit of 2D Souls. Oh, it's just 2D platformer. Okay. I don't know that this game's really super Souls-like. I don't know if it counts. It has like the death penalty from Souls-like games, but I know that if you die, you lose all your money and you have to like go retrieve it before you die again. Or you could play permadeath mode, which I think you only get once you beat the game. And that's its own adventure, but... The only 2D Souls-like game I know is Salt and Sanctuary, but that's not necessarily a recommendation if you don't like hard games, because I think that game also very much qualifies as hard. At least it gets there. I did not play a lot of it. One of the reasons I'm streaming is so I can finish more games. As sad as that is. Maybe sometimes, but somehow. But yeah, Salt and Sanctuary is kind of there. It actually does kind of a neat thing where I don't like Demon Souls or like some Souls-like games' tendency to reduce your max health as a penalty for doing things wrong. More of a multiplayer person? Alright. Well, you're probably going to be seeing mostly single-player games out of me, so... You picked the right place to hang out. Definitely going to be seeing new stuff. Uh-oh. What is this? Really? God, this seems like the kind of game that would have been directly wholesale inspired from Dark Souls. Hold down to look down. Is this the scary hole that I went in that I got scared of? I think this might be it. Right. So like, okay, I actually have a bit of a soapbox, like, point of view almost, which is how I feel about hard games, which is that I'm basically okay with something being pretty much any level of challenge, as long as you can easily practice at it. Which, I'm assuming that this game has save points generally pretty close to boss fights. I played Nioh 2, and I liked Nioh 2 a lot. And that game also has very frequent, very generous checkpointing. So, like, as long as you can practice the hard parts, I'm basically golden. God, there's actually a, I'm not normally big on roguelite games, or roguelikes, as they could be called. I'm not normally really big on those, but there's another game, The Void Rains Upon Her Heart, that has this really cool thing where you can just go, hello. This is a boss, I guess. Oh. Okay. Oh my lord. Can't heal. Heal. Oh! Oh my lord. I'm bad! Okay. I supposed to just attack up for that? Perhaps not. Yeah, I cannot attack up to get rid of that. What do I even do there? Get close to him? Okay, well. Hey, that's what happens if you die. I like Hades a lot. I think Hades qualifies as fairly hard. Honestly. Hades is great. I've played like 100 hours of Hades. It is probably it's probably the highest opinion I hold for a roguelike. I'm not normally super super big on those. Ah, do you see the angry eyes? I need to go claim my angry eyes. Also, I'm gonna just hedge my idea of a solution for the strategy for this fight to be attack very aggressively and don't get hit. Oh my lord. We're off to a great start. Right, I think my like soul meter is damaged or something, right? So I can't store as much of the white meter. You know, Hades has like really great gameplay, but it also has it also has a really good kind of a really good narrative solution to like what happens whenever you fail a run. Like I just genuinely really like the death penalty. Or death penalty. I like the fact that dying is basically inevitable in Hades. And that as a result of right, yes, that thing. I've claimed my money. That's how you get your money back. You gotta kill your ghost. I was gonna say about Hades, the fact that dying is inevitable and is woven into the narrative is really, really good. And also serves as great motivation for die. Where even is that gap? God, how do you dodge that on purpose? Heal, heal, slam. Oh my lord, he can attack so aggressively. I kind of saw his intent there. Oh jeez. I like having health. Don't have a great solution to the bullet hell is kind of the problem. Oh, he's dead. We did it! Nothing but raw, deliberate motions could have gotten me through that boss fight quite so flawlessly. I feel like I need some sort of iframes or something, or maybe there's counter bullet attack badge, I don't know. Ah, a heart piece. I think is what that is. There we go. I'm out of there. Get me back to that bench. Where even is it? It's just over here, right? But the Void Rains Upon Her Heart is something I mentioned before as a roguelite. It's a shmup. It's like a boss rush shoot 'em up. That's hard to say. It's a boss rush shoot 'em up. Where you basically pick like one of 3 to 4 bosses to choose from for a battle. and you get a number of items for beating the boss, and then you move on and keep fighting bosses, basically. But the thing I like the most about it is that you can basically just unlock practice modes for each boss, and you can come up with your own builds to try out on each boss as well, and the game tracks high scores and fastest times and stuff for that kind of thing. So basically it appeals to my score attack mindset. I really like score attack games, which is something I don't think I've ever said here. I really like score attack. I like getting points. I like getting medals. If anybody could just give me medals, that would be great. Inspect. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hallownest, descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city at this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truths revealed. Definitely kind of a Dark Souls-y aesthetic. Die, die, die. My lord. I am bad at fighting the Billbugs. Die. Alright. If I remember... Oh, the enemy here is kind of horrifying. So, Rocket Fox, was there something I'm missing with what I have right now that I could have done about the bullet hell attack? Or else, like, if that's going to be relevant in the future, don't tell me, but is there something, like, I could have done? Because I don't really know. I guess I could have, like, hopped over him after I noticed the projectiles were in transit and did, like, a downstab. Maybe downstabbing is kind of the way to go, a little bit. Green path, that's what it's called. Yeah, it kind of checks out. I was kind of thinking, like, oh, maybe there's some kind of an upgrade I need. What are you all about? Feels like he's gonna explode. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's an explosion. Also, Donka, you might have noticed this game's ambience is kind of off the charts. The environment design is kind of amazing. And the music's pretty great too. I can heal. It is amazing. Amazing. Amazing art. It's definitely pretty good. There's definitely a lot of content. There's a randomizer if you're into randomizers, so even if you beat it. You did just say you're big on multiplayer, so I guess perhaps the more correct thing would be to mention if a game has multiplayer. Also, this thing, which I just kind of casually walked past, I don't remember that at all. You know, the person who's with me sometimes, Noodle, is also really big on multiplayer games. So, I'm not unfamiliar with the kinds of people who just kind of like multiplayer games. I'm kind of used to that. I'm just thinking about. What games does Noodle like? Just trying to think, like, Risk of Rain, we did like a single session of Risk of Rain 2 on stream and have played it a bunch together just kind of on our own. A co-op game. We also, they've been playing a game called Foxhole, I think, which is, a big, like, world scale kind of war thing with hundreds of players all playing in the same world. And you do all kinds of stuff. It's not just about fighting. You end up creating and moving weaponry and stuff around so that you can actually take bases. So there's a lot of logistical element to that game. They play StarCraft 2's co-op mode, which Blizzard's not exactly in the best of positions at the moment, but StarCraft 2's co-op is still fun. I think I have just backtracked, by the way. All kinds of stuff. They used to play Overwatch, but StarCraft 2 big brain. I'm gonna be real, same. I end up just crafting. I end up just making a lot of units in StarCraft. Noodle's big on survival games, generally. Oh, it's you! You're the boss I fought before. Tries to get me to... Oh, jeez. Tries to get me to play all kinds of Don't Starve sometimes. Which... Don't Starve Together. Which... I just kind of find stressful. But, yeah, they'll play all kinds of stuff. What kind of multiplayer games do you play? Because I'm kind of curious about that. And I'm also just going to have to remember... Final Fantasy 11? That's wild. I do not often meet Final Fantasy 11 players. I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 11, Valorant and League. Okay, this is just how you scale. Yeah, Valorant and League, I think, are both things that Noodle has played. But I don't know that they're things that Noodle plays, if that makes sense. Anymore. Yeah. I play multiplayer stuff sometimes, but I like having a decent amount of control over what I experience the first while that I play it. It's hard to describe my preferences, but like if I were playing this co-op somehow, that bug's behavior I would never have learned. Oh, you play Left 4 Dead. That's a pretty sweet game. I like Left 4 Dead. I thought I had just completely ruined myself there, but no. I like Left 4 Dead a lot, actually. It's like some of the best pure co-op. It's just really simple. It's just really simple and easy to understand. That was a bit cruel. I don't know. I don't know if you noticed what happened there. Sorry, dude. But yeah, it's just I don't know how to better to describe Left 4 Dead other than just calling it a very pure game. Every enemy serves a very distinct, very specific purpose. It's very, very easy to come to understand them. But it's not like super, it's not exactly easy or even really boring. It's consistently unpredictable. I just think Left 4 Dead's very good. Versus mode is insane. God. Oh yeah, here's this map guy. I currently do not have a map for this area. You don't just have paper that you write on, right? You talk to this guy. The survivors never finish. That's been my experience. Isn't this a contrast from the crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful ways. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of this area's inhabitants proved quite a nuisance. Yes. So, I really need a map. You have to buy a map from this guy in order for you to like draw on and finish it for him. This guy, he's not a fighter. He can't chart the entirety of each area. He does his best, but you've ultimately always got to finish the job. You can find him because he's just humming very loudly while he draws. Also, he leaves behind these scraps of paper. It's just very cute. Ah, there you go. So I used to be like, I used to spend a lot of time with somebody who loved Left 4 Dead. and didn't want to play co-op with me, wanted to play Versus with me. So I don't think the monsters are like hunting, I think they're just roaming. They're just like roaming scavengers more than anything else. So I don't know that they're like really all that interested. I think it's just there's certain dangerous parts. I don't know. Maybe they just like the guy. Maybe the monsters just like him. Ooh, Donka, have you ever heard of I don't like this. Hello? Tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside? I'm sorry, I'm just spooked by this man. To stalk, to kill, to understand. Then take it, my journal. It will aid you. At first, the text may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to bear the mark of hunter. Okay. Got his journal. That's pretty cool. Add new entries to the journal. Defeat enemies. So this I don't remember at all. Yeah, you can get lore for defeating enemies. I like the Crawlid. They are dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. I've not defeated enough Vengeflies. Gruzzer. They only seem dimly aware of their surroundings, making them easy prey to cut your fangs on. What is it that guides them on their paths? It almost seems like they search for ways to die. Mature Gruzzer that carries its young in its belly. I fought one of those earlier. Tick-Tick uses its small, sharp claws to climb along walls and roofs. Spends its time tapping its way through the roads and caverns near the surface of this kingdom. If you're patient, you can wait for it to come to you and pick it off. Right, I was gonna mention, there's another Metroidvania game that it kind of has a lot of linearity to it. It's really janky in places, but I was gonna ask, have you heard of the Distorted Travesty series? Because those games are kind of neat. They're all very, very long, very complex games, and use a lot of like sprites and artwork from other games. If you were to play a Distorted Travesty game, I would probably just suggest the third one, if anything. It's like the Scan Visor, but you scan things by murdering them. Yeah, Distorted Travesty is just kind of neat. I have a bit of a soft spot for it. That's just the thing I've been thinking about. I'm currently playing a Metroidvania, so I may as well think about them too while I'm at it. Aspid Hunter. Those actually attack you. Aspid Mother. Those kind of attack you. Aspid Hatchling. Wandering Husk. It's worth taking a look at least for a little bit. It is a very long, very single player game. It's very good. It is very hard. Yeah, I've never finished it either. If I streamed for like more hours in general, maybe I would start up some Distorted Travesty, because that does sound like a lot of fun. This is the boss I fought. This guy. This was the first boss. You didn't make it in time to see this guy. A maggot driven mad by a strange force inhabits a stolen armored shell. Weak creatures love to steal the strength from others. Their lives are brief and fearful, yet they yearn to have the power to dominate those who have dominated them. Yeah, Distorted Travesty 1 is very janky. That's kind of why I'm like, just go to 3. Don't worry too much about the narrative. Because 3 is kind of the least janky of them. Yeah, Baldur. Those are the things that I have a difficult time with. Moss Creep, Mosskin, Volatile Mosskin. Yeah. They definitely look it. Fool Eater. That is true. They do that thing. Squit. Yeah. Brooding Malek. And Shade. Each of us leaves an imprint of something when we die, a stain on the world. I don't know how much longer this kingdom can bear the weight of so many past lives. See, that also I read as ominous. Oh yeah, let me show you this, because the map system in this game is awesome. Look at this. So, like, I'm a huge fan of stuff like this, which I don't even know how to describe it, but the fact that there's just kind of a, like, I don't know, just an easy-to-read chart of where everything is in relation to everything else, and then it all directly connects as well. Like, this is so good. I love this map so much. I'm going to leave you, sir. you frightening bug. Was really expecting a boss fight there, even though I'm pretty sure I got the journal on my previous playthrough. I do not remember any of that. Alright, spike pit down there. Those little buggos are friends, and if you help enough of them, you get money. Oh jeez. Right. Okay. So, like, in terms of multiplayer, Donka, do you tend to prefer co-op or competitive? Just trying to think if I can think of any, like, multiplayer stuff. As long as you're playing with friends. God. Truthfully, the only thing that's actually coming to my mind right now is Path of Exile, so maybe I'm a little bit too single-minded for the moment to be able to help. If you're not familiar with Path of Exile, it's a game that's kind of like Diablo. It's kind of like Diablo, but it has some odd ideas of character progression. Really neat, innovative ideas, but they are definitely odd. For the Al test one? Oh, the latest one. Ow. Feels a bit close to that. What is this? Those who stray from the White King's roads shall face the law of Thune. Well, sad to say, this is a Metroidvania sign, so I'm definitely going to be straying from some sort of road. Right, so Path of Exile has this neat system where whenever you level up, you just gain skill points for the passive skill tree, which you basically just buy stats on and stuff like that. You get stats and kind of playstyle defining passives, which the game calls keystones. And that sort of forms kind of a baseline for your character. And then your active skills are gems that you socket into your gear. Gems never... Well, gems might give you stats, but I'm pretty sure the main purpose of gems, at least, is to give you active skills. And the ultimate cool thing about the gems is that you can combine gems together to get there are some gems called support gems that will alter the effects of certain skills. This is an interesting foe. So this can include, like, you can make things that are projectile based or things that already bounce between enemies gain bounces. So I think, like, you could just get a skill that's like a conventional, like, you know, shoot an arrow, throw a glaive kind of thing, and you could make it start bouncing. Stuff like that. Like, the skill system is very modular in that way. And that is the kind of stuff that I think is always super cool. The problem is I can never really get into Path of Exile for some reason, even if I'm, like, with friends. I just have always found it difficult to get into. I get a little bit spooked, I guess, whenever the game has very hard content that is just designed to test your ability to make a very, very good build. And I do not do well with the potential of missing out on some content. So I think that's just why I kind of get weird about Path of Exile. But it is definitely a cool game. Interesting. Where even am I? This is quite the thing here. Yeah, also, by the way, not meaning to just kind of ignore the talk of Diablo 4, but Diablo 4 does look pretty alright, honestly. Oh, you know what else is kind of good for Diablo-like games is I like Chronocon, and I'm going to type the name of this game into chat so that you know what to look for. But that is a Diablo game, basically. You have direct control of your character, though, rather than, like, having click to move. And the really cool thing about it, kind of, is that you don't really need to, like... You might be familiar with, like, I need this specific legendary as part of my build. But, oh, it doesn't have crit chance on it. I guess it's terrible. You might be familiar with that kind of thing. Chronocon is very aggressive about letting you reroll any stat that you want on your gear. You can reroll any stat you want, as much as you want, and you can enhance them to make the stats as high as possible. You have a lot of very precise control over what you want your gear to do, as long as it is the specific legendary or whatever. Chronocon is very much kind of based around just letting you kind of figure out what works best, rather than having to farm for very specific gear. So in a sense, it could be lacking in some lasting appeal, because it's a lot easier to kind of get optimal stuff. You just have to kind of farm resources for it. But I like that kind of thing. It's a little bit like Warframe, I guess. Warframe's design philosophy is in a similar direction, I think. Where once you have the mods you need and the weapon you need, you don't really have any random generation left to go. You just put the mods in the right order and your weapon's good. This is pretty cool. Little bug barracks. Oh yeah, do you remember? Yeah, that is true, Clark. That's kind of how I feel about that is how I feel about Chronocon. Is I enjoyed it a lot because it let me just have fun playing the game. But I want to kind of consider there's all kinds of people with all kinds of interests. Those fool traps have never worked on me. It is confirmed I am not a fool. There we go. Get out of here. Yeah, it's definitely quite good. I actually picked it up in early access, and it was still very fun in early access, so that is another thing that is impressive about Chronocon. At least in my opinion. Like it felt like a very complete, very fun game, even in early access. I usually have difficulty enjoying early access. It's not anything really wrong with it necessarily, it's just... I always feel like I'm missing something. Or like, maybe I end up in the mentality of, oh, it'll probably be fixed in a later update, or, you know, when the game's out of early access, they'll remove that problem thing. It does suggest time shenanigans. That is correct. Chronocon does suggest time shenanigans. I'm gonna be real, I don't know why I own Chronocon. Because I did not know anything about like the progression or anything like that whenever I got it. I just saw it, and I guess I was in a Diablo mood, and then one of my friends was like, oh, do you want this game? And decided, oh, it's only $10, and then just bought it for me without even waiting a split second for me to say no. Oh. Wait. Oh my god, I have to pay to get access to the... Why do you have to pay a toll to get access to seating? What's the deal, man? Alright, I've drawn quite a bit of map here. So if I go up and to the left, that will be all of the content that I've already experienced from this game out of the way. I do not know anything that happens after that point. Also, I've got a lot of money to lose here, so that's great. If I die twice, probably won't happen, but it can happen. Hey Clark, how familiar are you with Hollow Knight? I am pretty blind. I haven't played it, but you have it. Man, that is one of the reasons why I started streaming, is because I have no shortage of games that I have and haven't played. You're scared to play it? I, believe it or not, kind of can relate. At least, not right now, but in the past, definitely. I've had games that I've like known are difficult and have just been kind of, ooh, I don't know if I want to play this. I'm scared. Whatever. Like I just had to been scared of failure. I kind of got over that after I played like a lot of Nioh, and I forget I played something else before that was also hard. I played Code Vein. I played a couple of Souls-like games, and I guess after having died hundreds of times in each of those games, I'm like, losing isn't really scary anymore. that was kind of my personal problem. The greater mind once dreamed of leaf and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine, the mind of Boon reveals itself to us. I see. Boon is God? What the? You are new to me. Projectile attack. Okay, he seems to counterattack. And he also doesn't like you being far away. Whatever. I don't know how that guy behaves. I guess I should ask, like, are you scared of just, like, the aesthetic? Or the loneliness, the lonesomeness? Or is it like... you've heard the game gets hard, so... Because I could definitely understand both of those angles. Honestly. Like I said before, I can kind of relate. I think I did stop playing a game on the sole basis that I knew it was a horror game. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I mean, I guess all I have to say about that is I try to focus more on the positive memories that I generated from a game. At least I think that's generally more productive. What the... Who is this boy? Very big boy. There we go. Yeah, I can understand that. Who's this guy? Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. Alright, dude. What are you still bothering me for? I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail. Alright. Alright, dude. I've heard things about Zote the Mighty. I've heard people think he's awesome, I think. People either think he's awesome or think he's a dork. I don't remember. I like doing voices for characters sometimes. If that gets really, really aggravating, you can let me know. I've been a little nervous to do it, but it's definitely kind of fun. Especially because this game has voices for the characters, kind of. They just make grumbles. I'm trying to channel those, and it's just been a lot of fun. What is to the right here? See, I'm scared of being... I see. This is what I'm scared of. Of just not knowing where the heck I am. Oh, man. Coming? Right, the map guy. Yeah. You know, I understand, honestly. I played, so I could talk about Code Vein a little bit. Because Code Vein is, it's a Souls-like game. Oh. Code Vein's a Souls-like game that has kind of an interesting thing, where they really push co-op on you. But not necessarily like co-op with players. They push co-op, but like really good AI companions is kind of what happens in Code Vein. So basically there's never any pressure. The game is set up to make you jump right into the spike pit there. Yeah, I don't think I can make it across that. Need something else for that. The game is very much designed to make you not feel quite so much despair when playing a hard game, because you'll always have a very competent dude helping you out. If you want to. It is technically optional. One of the reasons I say it really pushes it is early on in the game, they literally just force you to have a co-op companion for a while, and then they eventually let you get rid of him. They can pick you up any number of times too. That is correct, actually, yeah. You're right about that. Actually forgot. Forgot that reviving was even a mechanic. Thing I've been playing is Neo, which does occasionally have AI companions and does not have reviving, so I guess I've been a little bit in the mentality of if I die, I'm dead, kind of. Hi, buddy. That was pretty fun. Oh, journal updated. But also, I also think in Neo you do have better better defensive options. I played God Eater on Friday and I got to the world opener and beat the world opener. I think I intended to mention this in my Discord, but I didn't. I'm taking a bit of a break from it for now because I did feel like I was basically just streaming only one game, and I wanted a bit more variety on my channel. So, oh, hello. I just felt like it would generally make for more fun if people got to see more than just one thing. So. But I will be going back to God Eater 2, of course. Oh, he's dead. Because I'm still not done with, like, the whole story or anything. The green children walked from the dream unto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient for the call to return. So what I would like to do, but I haven't quite figured out when or exactly in what way I'm going to do it, I would like to add more time to my streaming schedule. Again, I don't know when I would add the time. I'm a little bit worried about burnout. And he's gonna sword swing. Oh, he's stabbing in the air now. What a guy. I do not know how this man works. Just gonna go over here. See you later, buddy. I actually do have a schedule set up. And my plan with the schedule is that, like, Friday after the stream, I'm going to be changing the schedule for next week so that people kind of know what's going to be going on next week. And I don't want to pull any of those plans out from under people. So this is probably just going to be a Hollow Knight week, unless something crazy weird happens. I want people to kind of know what they're gonna get. Which, yeah, like, also I also didn't want people to think I was going to be like a dedicated God Eater streamer, which is probably not going to, again, genuinely is probably not going to be the case. Oh my lord. What a jerk. Is it better to alternate between, like, ground attacks and down attacks? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do with those guys yet. The only streamer you actually wait for? Well, that's nice to hear. Thank you very much. Can I just pogo him repeatedly? Does this work? Not especially with what I'm doing, with how I'm doing it. Come on. Oh yeah, that's true. Big streamers, you don't usually get good conversation. I mean, someday it would be cool to be big, but it is nice to just have really nice conversations with people. The dynamic gets weird. It's something I've been thinking a lot about because I want to turn this into something. And I know that's difficult. That's kind of why I think a lot about it and do a lot of research and watch a lot of different sizes of streamer. The dynamic is really interesting in a way that may not be very interesting for a lot of other people, but the thing I find interesting is that it's hard to get big without being interesting, I feel, right? I don't think that's a statement people would disagree with. But then it's hard to be interesting without people to talk to. So if you're kind of a small streamer, you'll end up talking with just a small group of people, you know, semi-regularly or whatever. And then as you get bigger, you can't really give people as much individual attention. But then people will feel really special and great whenever they do get some attention. I don't know, there's just there's a sliding scale of you can't really do a lot of really kind of intimate interactivity with people at a certain point. Okay, there's a bench. Sweet. Just saw your page, Mr. Clark. Nice. Clark getting followers. Man, Clark's gotten more followers from my stream than I have. Oh my lord. I actually do play Warframe, by the way, but though I considered streaming it, my internet is not great, unfortunately. And I really wish it was better, because then I could give people a perfectly smooth frame rate and super HD everything, but unfortunately, that's, you know, not possible with the tools I'm working with. And I think if I were to stream Warframe, it would look very crusty, basically. I also, I think, would worry a little bit that if I were to stream Warframe, I'd be doing just a lot of grinding. Because I'm kind of to the point in Warframe. Would want to search you. Oh god, yeah. I always forget that, Clark, with the whole streaming while playing an online game. I always forget that that's actually a difficulty. I always forget that that's even a concern. Anytime I'm like, man, I know what I could stream Guild Wars 2. God. Rocketpox, I could share some discoverability stuff, because apparently it is very unlikely for... Oh my lord. Messing up. Because apparently, actually having random people show up in your stream on Twitch is not super likely. I think Clark found me because we're in a Discord server together, I think, and it just said I was streaming under my Discord status. I think is what it said. So definitely kind of a time. Yeah, discoverability through Twitch is kind of, I've heard it's just kind of difficult. I actually have no idea where I'm going, by the way. Narrowly dodging these fool traps, by the way. Deliberately, of course. I'm in the middle of like 3 different thoughts. Okay, the thing I was going to say about Guild Wars 2 is I would probably start experiencing lag. That's what I was more worried about, rather than like you wouldn't be able to see anything. You would definitely be able to see me lagging, which would happen. But you would definitely be able to see it at least. Ow! Okay, fine. That's fair. Cool fly traps. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. How have I not sussed out the gimmick of this room yet? The gimmick of this room is getting backstabbed. What an absolute fool I am. Getting consistently fooled. But no, yeah, I'm streaming with every scrap of bandwidth I have right now. So that's kind of the thing. Yeah, one of the things I've been kind of just having in the back of my mind is like, if I use too much bandwidth, what if that, you know, uses up, you know, what if that it disrupts other people in the house, right? So I was thinking of lowering my quality and then just streaming a lot more consistently, or just like having more hours, that kind of thing. There's just a lot of different little things I've been thinking about that I've never been quite sure what to do. But alright, I'm just gonna go fight the boss. The intent was I was gonna go fight the boss. Also, I'm gonna pay my toll here. Cool. Ding ding. There he is. Oh, I'm way over here, man. Look at that. I've traveled so far. Alright. Sit. Now we go fight the boss. What was I even saying? Do you have any... I do have fast travel, but I only have one shop to visit. Thought. I guess I'll go visit Dirtmouth. I haven't really done that. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get my money back. I don't think I'm going to be properly risking my money. Also, Duncan, I'm sorry to hear about that. Do you ever, like, exercise? Because, I find that spending my energy on a walk or a jog just tends to help me sleep better. That might end up being really helpful. You there! Why are you skulking about in the shadows? Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Tremble before me. While you were hiding here in your dingy little village, I ventured into the dark pit below us and slew a great beast. It had sharp mandibles and atrocious manners. Yes, all glory to me. But I don't have time for your adulation. I must rest and prepare for my next journey down. Well, I mean, yeah, like exercise doesn't even have to be your thing. It just spends some of your body's energy, so it can be a bit easier to sleep.
Bapanada.
Opposite sides of the planet. That's pretty cool. It is actually 4 p.m. for me. 4:30. Which means I'm actually going longer than I had scheduled. But you know what? I'm going to beat the boss first. Maybe consider adjusting my schedule a bit. I'm currently in the central time zone. But I would rather not go into much more detail. Just in case somebody decides in the future that they hate me a lot and want to track me down or something. Definitely in the United States. Hello. I knew we'd meet again. I didn't even realize that this guy sold stuff.
Patawash Geo.
Patawash Geo. Mask shard, vessel fragment. Oh. I like that the vessel fragment is so much more expensive. Because it definitely has something of an aura about it. So he's like, oh, I can tell that this is valuable. But the mask shard, I know it's a piece of heart, but he's just like, it's just a broken mask, like who cares? Simple key. Gathering Swarm. Oh hey, that sounds great, actually. Stalwart Shell. Grants you more time to recover after taking damage. Rancid Egg. What is this? Lumafly Lantern? Oh, this thing lets you get through dark places. Okay. Do I actually want either of those? I want the Mask Shard. I'm just gonna buy all this stuff. Yeah, piece of heart.
Patawash Geo.
Patawash Geo. I suspect I undercharged last time. That's funny. Just amps up the price. I think I want Gathering Swarm. I can't afford both. Patawash Geo. Not quite.
Patawash Geo.
Patawash Geo. I want Gathering Swarm. I'm gonna go get Gathering Swarm. I'm really a fan of my Zote the Mighty voice. Interesting choice, huh? Wonder why. I guess part of my logic is I'm not thinking too hard about it because I figure I'm gonna buy everything eventually anyway. And also, it would probably... That does put me at 3 out of 4. So, I mean... It's definitely a plus. Alright, now I will only lose $1 if I die. Who's to say I will? You know what? Mathematically, you are right, Clark, actually. Do you play real-time strategy games, by chance? Because that's definitely, like, RTS mindset. Where you buy the thing that is the most immediately helpful, and then you buy the thing that is a bit less immediately helpful a bit later.
Patawash Geo.
Dude, I guess Gathering Swarm would have been literally just better, because I wouldn't have had to go pick up the money. Not good at APMs. That's fine. That's valid. Perhaps RPGs then. That's definitely an RPG mentality kind of deal. Like for big optimization things. Maybe perhaps Monster Hunter. Where it's like, I don't know. Lots of like tiny optimizations and maths you can do. Right, I maybe should equip it. Should maybe consider equipping my trinkets. I'm definitely not going to need the compass here, and I feel like I do like Soul Catcher rather than Fury of the Fallen. I'm going to sit again just in case I have to. Okay. Also, this is like one of the most boring things I could possibly do, but I'm going to, I've been studying jump arcs a little bit. Because I mentioned briefly in a previous stream, there's an action RPG that I would really like to play that I don't think would ever get made unless I mess with it myself. So, I've just been messing about in Game Maker. And this game's jump arc, I notice, you seem to go up faster than you go down. So you can more quickly dodge out of the way of things, and that's just a thing that I had observed that might be a possibility whenever designing a jump. It's weird how much detail goes into game design, by the way. Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you, creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom. A terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you tried to do. Can't allow it. Name is Hornet. Right, she does that. Dash move. She definitely like throws her lance, I think. Which, by the way, is adorable because it's like a sewing needle. That move. She pulls it back to her with silk. Oh. Ah. That move is really cool, by the way. I like that move a lot. Oh, she can wall clean. Adina. That's the name of that technique. Anyway, goodbye. Oh. Dropped this. A powerful leg switching up and a scarf letting you float down. That's a good way to take it. Hey, there it is. I knew there was a dash in this game somewhere. I don't know if you, by the way, hear the mewing sometimes, but there's a little cat who's been keeping me company. She is super cute, and I wish I could show her, but I'm just gonna make sure that she knows that I know she's here. Oh. Mothwing Cloak. Does this does not oh, I have fallen. Would it seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. Don't remember that. Alright. Sounds good to me. Oh. I see. Sure got flashbanged, yeah. Right, Gathering Swarm. Forgot about that. Instantaneously forgot about that. Yeah, from here on out, I will be blind to this game. Basically. Oh, right. I should mention this, actually. Donka, Clark, I don't know if you saw this, but in the rules section of my Discord, kind of the main reason I set up the Discord initially, though I figured it was a good idea to have one eventually, you can subscribe for notifications. I always ping a viewer's role in my server before my streams. So check that out. There's a little like rabbit emote that you can click. It'll just give you the role, and then you will be notified every time I go live. Just in case you want something more current, and it's basically up to your preference. Whatever you feel however you feel most comfortable getting notified. I like having that breadth of options. Is this man friendly? No. Goodbye. Perhaps not friendly.
Goa, Nudo Mac.
Oh, hello there. It seems we both tread far from the path. I can hardly believe those dusty old highways led to such a lush and lively place. This building suggests some form of worship, though its idol has clearly been long forgotten. Doubles equally well for a moment's respite. Saw a strange fellow out there. He seemed quite taken by the lake. I planned to offer greetings, though I figured I'd first tend to my nail on chance our meeting goes poorly. You're right, actually. Your meeting would have gone poorly.
Goa, Nudo Mac.
Major, up there it would take you far. Down here, however, I suspect you'll soon meet danger the surface world can't match. Aloness is perfect for... There's a lot of dialogue here. Aloness is perfect for vigilant explorers like us, so tense and thrilling. In this place, you're either alert or you're dead. Alright, perfect. That's all we got. I'm gonna do just a little bit more. yeah, just pogoing this guy repeatedly kind of just solves him. Oh right, yeah, Clark, I didn't even mention. Discord link is held below in the description for my channel. I actually had been meaning to tell you about that a few times. I just genuinely forgot. But yeah, that is actually an option. You cannot multi-air dash, right? No? Okay. Alright. Shall I head back? Okay. So, okay, my thought is, at the top center of this area, that's a place I can dash to get more clear, like, exploration. I did not explore the bottom left, and in the center, I can go that way. So there's still a decent amount to explore here. If the answer to the question is no or not. Which question? Oh. I guess I can try to find like a hole. Oh. Right, yeah, maybe later you can multi-air dash. I was just trying to think, like, is it just set up so that the cooldown is exactly enough? Like, and no, the answer is no, you cannot at all multi-air dash, not even a little bit. Oh, you can't even get back out of this room. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back to a bench and probably just call it for now. Did you have any trouble finding my like Discord link or anything like that? There's also a Twitter link. I occasionally say things on Twitter. Just want to kind of. Oh, jeez. All right. Where even am I? It's funny. I'm a little lost. I think this way. This way. There it is. There's the bonfire. Ugh. Bench. I don't know if I mentioned it while you were here, Clark, but I love this game's map. Just, there's something about this exact art style of map. You can save and quit anywhere? Progress will be saved. God. So sorry, guys. Sometimes I just lose my temper. Just shoot a fireball. Alright, let me check something real quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's right next to fast travel. It's a perfect place. As good a place as any. So now it's time for me to show you how awesome my end screen is for this game. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Well, first stream was basically just a recap for me, where I covered a bunch of stuff that I had already done my first time playing this game, and now I know nothing about this game. So, God, this works really well with the music too. It's so good. I like it so much. I'm a fan. Fan of my own end screen. Truthfully, all I did was I just changed the color. I have, look at this. I have like some little transitions I can do. I also set this up, which I didn't end up using, but I want to show what this is kind of meant to look like. I've been enjoying various effects. Look at this. Is this not like actually really cool and ambient? So I have this really great thing that Noodle made, and apparently it isn't even complicated. Noodle isn't even like all that proud of it or anything, but it's amazing. And it's normally purple. That's kind of my color. A very particular shade of purple. But what I did was I used color correction to completely desaturate it, and I used a chroma key to remove the background color so that it's just kind of a wavy effect like this that I can just use in a whole bunch of different ways. It's super flexible and I love it so much. It's so fun. I've been having so much fun just messing with different little effects and trying to make things look really, really cool. I like purple so much, Clark. You have no idea. Let me actually... we're gonna drop the aesthetic a little bit so that you can see, but if I remove the color correction, yeah. This is more what it looks like. That's kind of the shade of purple we're looking at. And if I remove the color key, it looks terrible, but you can kind of see what the background color is. But I have that color keyed out so that I can do this. Yeah, exactly. It's so good. All right. Hit up the end screen again. I felt like I just wanted to show that off because I've been having so much fun with it. And definitely setting up a different end screen per game. You know, at least that's kind of awe-inspiring and cool, a little bit of production value, isn't it? I'm literally just using filters in OBS. You can just right-click on something in OBS and apply filters to it in order to do stuff. We could talk about this in my Discord in text. I'm gonna call the stream for now because yeah. But if you hop onto the Discord, we can talk more about stuff like this, or just anything. My streams, favorite games, whatever. You guys seem to get along pretty well with each other too, so I'm open to stuff like that. All right, thank you guys for showing up. I've had a great time playing Hollow Knight, and I hope to be having even more fun later. I'll be next on Wednesday at about the same time. See you then. Actually, hold on. Let me look for a raid target. That is a thing I should be checking out. Just as a formality, if nothing else. Yeah. We got a Zombie Kitty Final Fantasy XIV stream if you're into that. Yeah. Truthfully, I don't know that raiding is like the most I don't know, efficient way to do things, but maybe people want to hang out with her. She seems pretty cool. So, all right, see you guys later.